Hey, welcome back to GT Canada. We're working on the CRX project today. If you have not seen the first few episodes of this video, check out up over here. I'll link you to the playlist where we got to the point that we're at right now. Today, we are just trying to get part of the body kit mounted. So it's a big project to get it on. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna be making a lot of this up as I go. But today I want to try and get at least the front end put together and see how it starts to look so I can get motivated to finish the back end, which is going to be a lot harder. It involves shaping, riveting, and molding, and all these things that I'm not very good at and I don't have any experience with. So we're going to do the easy part first, and then we're going to try and work on the rest, probably on another video. But today, join us as we work on the front end of the body kit. So we just got the hood put on and realized that I need these holes here, right here, in the hood brackets to be a little bit bigger so that I can fine position the hood. It was sitting crooked and I need it to sit straight. So the hood's where we're going to start from as far as just lying everything out, getting it into the right spot, and then building off of there. So if the hood's not straight, nothing else is going to be straight, and that's going to be a problem when we get to the back of the car. So we're working on that right now. So as you can see, the hood is on, but it's hitting right, don't lift it that high. It's hitting right here on the radiator. So I've got to grind that away to try and make it sit flatter. And it's still sitting a little bit crooked over to this side. So I'm going to see if I can adjust the brackets to bring it over this way so we can get everything all lining up. Right now, these fenders are just sitting here, so they're not actually attached in any way. I just need them floating so that I can adjust the body lines and make sure that all looks right. So that's what we're fighting with right now. One of the side effects of the body kit, they're not built perfect, they're just built generally, and there's a lot of fab work after the fact to make those fit. Okay, so I got the front bumper just sitting there, trying to see if we're in the ballpark. Clearly it needs to sit lower, but the bumper's got to come up higher. There's a lot of gap there. So I need to trim this off because it's just hitting the headlight. So I've marked that, and then this side's going to get caught on the basket. So I'm going to trim that while I'm trimming. But the width looks like it's about right, because that's, you can see that's kind of lining up, but it's just a fine line of just hanging stuff in place and then making it all line up. That hood's still crooked, so I got to try and figure that out. But for now, I just want to see how everything's going to all fit together and get it close before I button it all up. We've got that trimmed, and we've got this trimmed, and it's got the space to go now. My hood line is good from the top down, but I feel like everything's still this way too much because you can see the gap there. There isn't one. And the gap there is one, and then this has a giant gap. So I think if I look at this, This really should be over the corner of that headlight, more like this. So this is probably, it's actually about where I would want it to be, but I think I can bring the fender in to cover that difference up if I move this over that way. So that's what I need to achieve. And, uh-oh, don't want to pinch that. I'm hoping that can be accomplished just by adjusting these hinges. I'm gonna have to take the hood off just to get to the hinges so that I can take them off, drill the holes a little bit bigger so that I can have a little bit of adjustability in there. So that's what I'm gonna do now. This is now the second time the hood will have been off. We'll see how many times it takes to finish this off. These are the hinges for the hood, and I think I just need to drill the holes a little bit bigger on the bottom so that the hinges can be rotated a little bit and twisted, which will give me the adjustability I need for the hood. Side note on this, the manufacturer recommends that you just use hood pins for this, and I think there's a two-part reason for that. Part number one is the holes are actually just threaded holes into fiberglass. They probably don't hold all that well, especially if you're hitting speeds of 200 kilometers an hour. I don't know if this car is gonna go 200 kilometers an hour, so I don't know how worried I am about that. But if I had hood pins, I could simply put a pin in each of the four corners exactly where I need the hood to be, forget about hinges completely, and just pin the hood down and move on. So that actually makes for an easier install than what I'm trying to do, which is to reuse the factory hinges and the factory hood latch so that you can still open your hood that way. I may end up having to switch to pins if I can't get the hinges to line up, but I would like the hinges to line up first if possible. Okay, so I was planning on drilling these holes bigger, but part of the problem of having a shop here and a shop at home is your tools get split between the two, and currently what I need to nibble this out is at the other house. And if I'm going to the other house, I already know I'm not coming back because I've been working on this for almost 2 hours, and as I've said before, my quality level goes down drastically after 2 hours. So this is where the project's going to stop for today, and I'm going to pick it up again another day when I got more tools and more ambition. But I will be back.